Hey, welcome to your first official Google Classroom tutorial. I'll take the first minute or two in case you've never worked with Google Classroom, just kind of do a walkabout on what it looks like and where things are. And then I'm going to get into the first assignment. So we're going to go through a couple of Google apps that we'll be using pretty frequently in class. First one being the Gmail. We already set up our accounts last week in class, and so we're just going to practice using it. So we're going to create an email that gets sent to me, and you're going to have a digital signature, and you're going to write an email, and you're going to attach a picture to it. So before we get to that part, right now we are looking at Google Classroom on the teacher side. I'll switch over to student side so you can see what you see. And so if you want to go over and see all your classes, in case you have a teacher that besides me who uses it, this is where you can see all your classes. You'll click on the one that you're in. So in this instance, it's your multimedia class, of course. And then you've got three different main areas. You've got stream, classwork, people. The stream is where I'll have announcements and that sort of thing, so you'll be able to see any assignments I do or just general posts. And classwork is where the actual assignments are. I have them in categories. So far we have Google Apps category, class resources, which I've put some websites that we use often, and then school announcements, because they have this running Google Slides that they send to us, and I thought I'd put them on here in case you don't hear them on the announcements. You can actually go and see them. Okay, so, and then people, you can see a list of the people that are in our class. So there are 35 total in here. That tells me that there's one or two that have not quite gone into the class yet. Okay, so I'm going to classwork, and I have this assignment right here that I have to do. This video will actually be attached to this, so after I'm done recording this video, you'll see two attachments here. The very first one is from a website called GCF Learn Free, and it's going to show you like in detail how to do the certain steps in Gmail. This video serves just as a support to this first video. So the directions for this assignment is log into your BHS9 Gmail account. So you've already done that if you're on Google Classrooms. That's great. So what you're going to do is you're going to set up your digital signature first. So that's what appears at the end of your emails. It's like signing a letter. And so we're going to use the format first and last name, BHS student, and class of 2025, because I believe that's the year you freshmen will graduate. Here's the rest of the directions. Then send me an email with a subject line, "This is my favorite animal." Write something in the body of the email that explains why it's your favorite animal, then attach a picture to the email or within the body of the email. You should use Google Images to find this picture. So all the details on how to do all of this, you're going to find in this first video. But I'm going to go through as a student and do this assignment based on the directions that I just read you. So I'm going to hit my waffle over here. I'm going to go to my Gmail account. And it's set in the directions that I'm going to be sending an email to Mr. Cheney. So I'm going to click compose. And the to section, there he is. You'll probably have to type it out because you've never sent me an email before. The subject is, "This is my favorite animal." Let me make sure that's true. Subject line, "This is my favorite animal." Good. And I'm going to change this digital signature. So the way to do that, I think I may have to do it before I write this email, but let me see if that's true. Yes, I think that's true. So I'm going to pause, and what I'm going to do is this. Manage the Google account. I'm going to go to personal info. It looks like I was on the right track the first time, so we're going to click the gear, and what we're doing is actually doing our digital signature first. So I'm going to see all settings, and on this page we're going to go all the way down until we see signature, And right here, you guys are going to see a blank box and you'll create new. You'll put your first and last name. Over in this part of the box, second line is going to be BHS student. This you're going to type class of 2025. That says 2024 because I made this first tutorial last year. And signature defaults for new emails, you're going to make sure it says your first and last name. And you can choose if you want a signature on your replies or your forwards. I've chosen not to. So one thing, you want to make sure that you scroll all the way down and you have, okay, I want change to the digital signature because I noticed when I sent my email to Mr. Cheney here, my signature did not show my name, and that's not what we want. We want it to say the name as well, not just here in the email address. So we got to go fix that. So how we do that is we go gear, CL settings again, get down to the signature. Now, this is just saying that this is the email address that you want it to be for. You have to actually put it in here. So before, that wasn't there, and it looked like this. So it was just 2 lines. So make sure that it is a 3-line digital signature. Make sure you have first and last name, BHS student for the second line, and class of 2025 for the third line. Make sure when you make changes, you go down here and click Save Changes. And that should make your Gmail assignment more successful. To click Save Changes, otherwise your digital signature will not change. Okay, so we're saving those changes. And now I'm going to compose my email based on the directions that were on our Google Classroom assignment right here. So that means I'm putting in Mr. Cheney's email address. And my subject is my favorite animal. And I'm going to type out the body of the message, so I will say something like, the snake is my favorite animal. It is my favorite because there are so many varieties and types and sizes. Some snakes are cute and some snakes are quite scary. I've attached a picture of an example of what I think is a scary looking snake. Okay, so that's the body of my email. This is the subject line of my email. This is the person I'm sending it to, the recipient. That's the word they used in that video. So now I'm going to go find a picture. So I can either attach as a file, or I can actually attach a picture in the body of the email, which I think I'll do, but I have to go find that picture first. So I'm going to go over here and search for scary snake. So I'm going to go to images, and let's see what happens if I just put scary snake. Oh yeah. Let's click this. Yep, snakes that can like swallow large animals. Those are scary. Vipers are pretty scary because they're poisonous. So let's just go with that. So I'm going to put viper snake. And yep, that's pretty scary. So you're going to click on the picture. You're going to, if you're going to actually put it in line, you can do copy, but if you're going to save it as a detachment, you want to save image as. So I'm going to copy because I'm going to put it right into my email. I'll go back to my email and I'll Control V to paste. That's going to show the picture, and then my digital signature is there, and then I'm going to send it, and that's it. And if I want to see what my email looked like when I sent it out, I can click here. I can see that it's sent, and we are good to go. And so I can come back to my assignment, And what I would do, just to make sure that my teacher knows that I sent it, is I can do a screenshot. We're all familiar with how to do screenshots now because of our distance learning. So we can go to our snipping tool right here. We can do new. We can, oops. Let's try that again. Snipping tool, new. Not sure why that's not working, so I'll try. Okay, so we got that one figured out. Our snipping tool wasn't working because I had some old snips that were up. So now I can do new. So I've got my snipping tool that I'm about to save right here, so I'm going to save it to my desktop, Gmail, screen capture, and go back to the Google Classroom assignment and turn it in. So I'm going to view it. I'm going to add the file, which was my snipping tool screen grab that I did. And it is right here. And I'll allow it to actually attach and turn that in. And how to send an email through Gmail with that assignment will be complete. If you have questions, go back to the directions on Google Classroom, access this email here, and there will be a second video, which is the one that you're watching now. See you back in class.